I have shared it, ma'am. You're able to see?
No.
No.
Judy ma'am, where have you sent the link of YouTube?
The screen is shared, Jayashree.
Yeah.
मैं डोळ्याखाली काहीतरी चावलं रात्री काय इथं ही लोक बोलतात
Sir Jitendra, sir, students are joining a what from your group?
yeah but I need link na.
I'm sending you the link. I told you this link you don't send. Have you posted this link to others?
Yeah, I have not sent. I need YouTube link.
Yeah, but there are students joining.
Yeah.
Some of your students are there?
Yeah.
No, yeah, sir, ma'am is asking the Zoom, they will be on YouTube, na? Send the YouTube link, ma'am. Give the YouTube link, na?
Francis, ma'am, I copied.
What?
The link. If you click there now on the YouTube button, you can copy the link.
Where? This YouTube?
Sir,
I have sent already.
Where you sent, ma'am?
I have sent to you in the WhatsApp.
Which WhatsApp? Sunaina is asking where is the link?
So I'm sending. For staff, I gave this link to join.
Sir, send me the link now. I don't know how to copy this.
keep your cursor there and put a right click there.
Francis, it is there in your this.
Wait, I'll give you Francis, ma'am, on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, it's there.
Okay.
Please keep it open.
Lavanga.
We can start, ma'am.
There are 27 people waiting in the thing, so I'm wondering, sir, can they join in the? These people who are waiting are all from your college students?
No, I'm not given them Zoom link.
No. Okay. I'm just putting admit all. Okay, we can start.
Shall we start?
Yes, Francis.
Judy ma'am, can I start?
Yes, please start.
Good morning, one and all. Progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. So we are all come here together to bring about a change in the environment. Welcome, dear participants, to the 5 days online value-added certificate course on environmental sustainability. Let us all be in a prayerful posture to invoke the blessings of the Almighty. Over to you, ma'am. He that plant trees, love others behind himself. As we are all aware that this value-added certificate course on environmental sustainability has been in collaboration with Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan Srimati Surajbagh College of Education, NKT National College of Education for Women, Chennai, and Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City. We are happy to invite the principal of Amlani College, Dr. Jitendra Ahirkar, who has been gracious enough to invite his students as participants so that they can learn on a topic which is the need of the hour. Thank you, Jitendra, sir. I call upon Dr. Judy Grace Andrews, now Dr. Chamundeshwari and Dr. Francis Vaidya to speak about their organization. Over to you, Dr. Chamundeshwari, to speak about your organization.
Good morning. Good morning to all members on the panel and all participants to the online certificate value added course on environmental sustainability. And it gives me an immense pleasure to be the part of the organizing team along with Dr. Judy Grace, the principal in charge, and Dr. Francis Vaidya, the course coordinator of Srimati Surajbagh College of Education, Mumbai. I also express my gratitude to management of both the institutions for permitting and for supporting in this organization of this program. Now, as a principal of NKT National College of Education for Women, Chennai, it is indeed a very proud moment for me to introduce my college in this virtual forum. NKT National College of Education for Women is an institute of higher education, and it is being affiliated to the Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, Chennai. The college is located in Triplicate, Chennai, close to two historical landmarks, Sri Parthasarathi Temple and the Marina Beach. The college is built in an area of 3.06 acres, where a model school is also housed. Established in the year 66 by Sriman N.K. Tirmalacharya, a visionary and a philanthropist, it has evolved into a well-established college committed to its mission of empowering young women student teachers to face life and its challenges at both the personal as well as at the professional levels. The college offers both graduate as well as postgraduate courses in the field of education with the autonomous status which has been awarded by UGC in the year 1988. Now, with more than 3 decades of autonomy, the college has grown upright to great heights as an institution of higher learning in the field of education. Today, NKT National College of Education has close to 600 students enrolled in B.Ed, B.Ed Special Education Visual Impairment, M.Ed, M.Phil, and PhD in Education. And it has also acquired a reputation for excellence, inclusiveness, and committed service to the learning community. In its continuous striving for excellence, over more than 5 decades in achieving the position second to none, the institution is very successful. The internal quality assurance cell of the college monitors and scans every academic and academic related programs that are being taking place in our college to ensure perfection and also achieve excellence in the task undertaken. NKT National College of Education for Women has also fallen in the line of the NAC peer team evaluation, and it was awarded a 5-star status in the first cycle and re-accredited with A grade with a CGP of 3.26 on a 4-point scale in the second cycle. The college is being governed by the philanthropic management stream on NKT National Education Society, headed by Dr. S. Mano Bhaktavachalam, the president, and Dr. M. Arumugam, the secretary, and also by other eminent committee members. The college is headed by the principal, Dr. S. Chamandeshwari, and it has 38 teaching faculty members and 15 support staff. Dr. N. Kalayarasi, the controller of examination, coordinates the Research and Development Center. Dr. S. Malati, the Dean of Academic, coordinates the Internal Quality Assurance Cell. And we have with us one of our faculty members, Dr. Jayashree Priyadarshini, as the resource expert of today's session. And it is a pride for me to be in this panel. I wish all participants the very best and to greatly be benefited out of this valuable program. Thank you one and all. And once again, I thank the organizing team and Dr. Judy Grace and Dr. Francis Vaidya, the management, the faculty members of the college for inviting me and also collaborating with us. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for telling us about your college. I call upon Dr. Judy Grace Andrews to enlighten us about her institution.
Good morning, one and all. Before I proceed, I kindly request all the participants to please mute, especially the students who have been coming into Zoom. I kindly request you to mute yourself so that we could have this webinar will go successfully without any disturbance. Thank you so much. Well, I take it a pleasure to introduce my institution, Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan, Srimati Surajma College of Education, conducted by the Indian Council of Basic Education. This institution has completed its Golden Jubilee last October 2nd. It began in 1969 with a vision to empower the students with basic education, which is Gandhian philosophy. This institution runs on a two stalwarts philosophy, that is one, Rabindranath Tagore, the second is Gandhiji. With the curriculum that has been given by the Mumbai University, we interweave and we try to imbibe in every one of our students the values of Gandhiji, because we believe that drawing out of the best from each student is the goal. We wanted to make our students responsible people for the society, who are dynamic, who have visionaries, who will bring change in the society. The institution has gone through 3 accreditation. In the first accreditation, we have been awarded as A+, and the second we went to B+. The Now again, we have got back as A plus accredited by NAC with 3.54 in the 4-point scale. I proudly announce about our institution's contribution to the society. Many of the stalwarts have been come out of this institution who are making a great change in the society. Our institution, we have 7 staff right now, and each of us are well experienced people who are contributing to different at different level uh, to the society. Teaching to learn and learning to teach is the goal. So all the time, our faculty are ready to teach and also to learn from the ever-changing dynamic situation that's happening around. As a result, they have been resource persons and for very many webinars and contributing a lot to the society. We have a dynamic president, Srimati Nupur Mitra, and the team who are belonging to Indian Council of Basic Education, which under which our college, as well as we have a school which runs under this. We also have a research magazine which we have, Quest in Education, which is a quarterly magazine which comes in every quarterly with research papers. And at this time, I would really, we have conducted many webinars during this pandemic time on many issues. This is one of the vital issue that we are looking into. There's a lot of environmental degradation changes that's happening around. So we thought it is we need to make our students aware about environment sustainability. I'd like to thank Dr. Chamundiswari, Principal NKT College, as well as Dr. Francis Vaidya, President of Innovil, uh, for graciously agreeing to come in collaboration to have this program a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Judy Grace Andrews, in charge principal of Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan. On behalf of Bombay Film City, I, the president, Dr. Francis Vaidya, would like to tell you something about Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City. Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City is 25 years old. We are this year celebrating Silver Jubilee, and I welcome you all for the Silver Jubilee celebration whenever we have it. We have an international Inner Wheel Club who at the moment is headed by Srimati Beena Vyas, the association president, Srimati Vasudha Chandrachud, and the district chairman, Srimati Amla Mehta, who are very enthusiastic and motivating. The Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City comes under Zone 3, which consists of eight clubs. Our club is known as Bombay Film City, and in that we have 34 versatile members who mostly consist of senior members, but at age and very young at heart. I'm just 3 years old in this organization, in the Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City, and they welcomed me so much and motivated me, and because of them today I am president of the club. We have a theme every year for the particular year, and this year the theme is Lead the Change. And we focus on an area which this year we are focusing on hope. The H stands for health and hygiene. The O is for old age and orphans. The P is for patriotism, and E is for environmental. So from 1st July, I as a president, taken over as a president, we have completed at least around 8 to 10 projects based on the above theme. We had recently, yesterday, celebrated Raksha Bandhan. We had a poetry competition, and we have a thundering reply to this from all over the state. It was really surprising that we have so many students participating in the poetry competition. It's going to be very difficult for the judge, but the purpose of instilling in our children the feeling of love and brotherhood is achieved by Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City. So I thank on behalf of Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City, I thank Dr. Judy Grace Andrews, in charge principal of Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan, Srimati Surajbagh College of Education, and Dr. Chamundeshwari for collaborating with us on environmental sustainability, which is the need of the hour. Thank you so much. To proceed with the next part of it, I call upon Dr. Judy Grace Andrews to introduce Dr. Chamundeshwari and the today's speaker, Dr. Jayashree, and of course the president of Inner Wheel. Over to you, Dr. Judy Grace Andrews.
Well, good morning once again. It's my proud privilege to introduce Dr. S. Chamundeshwari, Principal, NKT College of Education for Women, Chennai. Dr. Chamundeshwari is currently the principal of NKT College of Education for Women, a teacher education institution, and has a rich experience of 27 years in the field of education. She has a driving passion for academic and student development, coupled with the vigor of research, as she firmly believes that research opens up a new horizon in education. She is an expert at managing student relations and possesses strong interpersonal skills, deftly coordinating her team of faculty members to work cohesively and progress greater heights. She leads by example and inspires her faculty to bring about best in them. She is a multifaceted person, as we can see, accomplished, spanning nearly 3 decades. She is an epitome of perfection, settles for nothing but best, an avid reader, published 4 books and a book chapter on comparison of job satisfaction of teachers in India and Germany, a preliminary study in campus transformation, education, qualification, and digitalization. And she has 19 reading learning materials in lucid yet simple style, 13 national journal publication, 36 publication and conference proceedings, and 56 international publication. She has traveled wide, been to many universities abroad as well. Duisburg, Germany, state of you, and it was Sweden in 2010. In research area, Dr. S. Chamundeshwari successfully guided 5 doctoral students, 52 MPhil and 142 MEd students. She has lent her expertise to the area of teaching by delivering 70 guest lectures, 15 at global level, 55 at national level. Ma'am, to have a collaboration with you, I take it as a real privilege and pleasure. And thank you so much for collaborating with us in this national webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Certificate course that we are
Judy
doing.
Grace, and it's the same from our side also. It's a great pleasure for us to collaborate with you.
Thank you.
It's the same from my side.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So this we are doing it for decided to do for a week-long certificate course, making the students aware about environment sustainability. So today, to give an overview, we have in our midst Dr. Jayashree Ganesh. Dr. Jayashree Ganesh has been in the field of education for 14 years. She is the assistant professor of NKT National College of Education for Women. She's been awarded as the best teacher in 2009, and she is associated for the last 14 years with Eco Club and Science Club, and she is largely connected with the government programs bringing change in the community and the people around with regard to environment. So I think she is the best person to speak about environment sustainability, having been involved in the environment program for the last 14 years. Ma'am, we are really happy to have you in our midst. And I'm sure this deliberation will bring a lot of, will give a lot of information for our students. Not only that, it will bring a change in the minds of the young people. Thank you so much.
Yeah, with your permission, can I add a few words about
Yes, ma'am.
Darshini?
Yes, ma'am.
She being a faculty, a very competent person, and with regard to environmental, she has been very sensitive to the college campus also, and she being a part of the science club, both the science club has developed different gardens in our college campus. One garden which I should specifically mention over here is a medicinal garden. It was her brainchild, and there are a lot of medicinal plants which have been developed, and such contributions that she has made. And she is also contributing a lot to the society. The extension activities have been chalked out by her. And last January also, we had the Parambariya Unavu Tiruvizha. Parambariya Unavu means the olden days, our cultural food, which is so good to us, which keeps the people very fit and healthy. And so the 3 days program was chalked out, and it took off in a very grand scale, and thousands of people from our nearby places, they were a part of this program, including our students. And so is her contribution to both the college as well as to the outreach programs. So it is great that she's over here, and I think that she's the right person to give the overview for sustainability over here today. Thank you, Dr. Judy Grace.
I also take a pleasure to introduce dear Professor Dr. Francis Vaidya. But on this platform, I would like to introduce her as the president of the Inner Wheel. She has been a very dynamic person, has a zeal to work towards the committed cause that she has taken, as we can already see in her report about the Inner Wheel. She just become the president of Inner Wheel, and she's already come out with 10 programs. She's very innovative, creative, and like to contribute a lot to the society. As part of our institution, she's been there from 2005. She's part of our college. She's a senior professor in the faculty, in the education faculty. She's one of the senior professors. She is part of a BOS of the University of Mumbai Education Department, and she's also a part of NCW, the National Commission for Child and Welfare and Women. And her contribution, if I go on to say, is more. She has written many articles. She's been awarded as for a PhD. She's been awarded, and also she has written many books and articles as well. So we are very happy to have her as part of our faculty, and very happy to collaborate with Inner Wheel for this program. It was actually her idea that came about, whether we could have something for the environment. As this week we are celebrating, as our institution believes in Rabindranath Tagore's philosophy, we do also celebrate seasonal festivals, and one of our seasonal festival is Varsha Mangal. So she said we would also have something towards environment and sustainability. And we sat down, we had a worked out towards it, and I'm very happy to collaborate with Inner Wheel for this program. Thank you so much. Over to Dr. Francis Vaidya.
Thank you, Dr. Judy Grace Andrews, in charge principal of Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan. And I take this opportunity of introducing her. She has recently embarked on the post of as an IC principal of Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan's College of Education. A very versatile principal who has a PhD to her credit. She has written several books, several papers. She's a convener, chairperson, editor, and what have we. For the syllabus of CBCS, she's a part of the 4 years BA, B.Ed course. And her enthusiasm, motivation, and smile helps us to go a long way and go out of our way to whatever she asks us to do. On a personal front, she's very involved and tries to bring out values in the little children around and keeps motivating us to do the same. I like the way she uses the word challenge instead of a problem, because she once told me that problems is negative, challenge is what we overcome. So I erased the word problem for my life, and I use it as challenge. And she is also enthusiastic. And whenever I ask her, ma'am, can we have this? She says, yes, go ahead. And it does motivate all of us as professors to bring laurels to the institution. We promise you, ma'am, to have some more collaboration with you for our institution and see that it grows to greater heights. Thank you so much. I think if Dr. Chamundeshwari, because she's the alumni of NKT College, if she would like to say something about Dr. Judy Grace, Andrews, please go ahead. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Francis Vaidya. And the college has been associated and known to Dr. Judy Grace for almost more than 2 to 3 decades. I think it should be 2 decades, I think, if I am correct. And she has been very closely associated with us, very serious and a very committed researcher, who has got a number of publications and a very resourceful person also. And she's a person with whom people can get closer with, and who can also move with ease. And she's a person who is most willing to share her expertise without any inhibition. And it has been very nice for us. This lockdown has brought us more closer, I think. And we had a program earlier along with Dr. Judy Grace and Dr. Francis Vaidya. We had on the introduction to a number of teaching online tools. And it was a fantastic program. And, I was really impressed by the way they were so committed. Both of them were so committed. And Dr. Judy Grace, and she led the show. And each day they did so much of work. They had to prepare themselves for the next day. They used to sit up late in the night and prepare very sincerely. They wanted to do their best, and they didn't want to even spare a minute. And I could see the level of commitment which Dr. Judy Grace, along with Dr. Francis Vaidya. So it gives me really an immense pleasure to be associated with such an institute, with such an eminent principal and faculty members. Thank you, Dr. Judy Grace.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's all done with the introduction. Now let's come to our program. I would like to start with a quote written by Robert Swan. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. And here we have come on a platform to say that no, we will save it. Okay, so let's try to save our planet through this 5-day value added certificate course on environmental sustainability. At the outset, I must mention that the certificate will be awarded to only those students who attend all the 5 days program and will complete the small assignment given to them. So the 5 days workshop will be conducted by eminent teacher educators, well experienced, and those who disseminated environmental change and help their student to go green and grow green. On the first day, we will have Dr. V. Jayashree Priyadarshini, faculty from NKT National College of Women, uh, on the second day, who will speak on the overview of environmental sustainability. We will also have Dr. Sunaina Kadle, an assistant professor of Srimati Surajba College of Education, who will enlighten us on health and safety of the environment. Srimati Preeti Chandorkar will throw insight on water management, and me, Dr. Francis Vaidya, will try to suggest measures to save the environment by using the 5 Rs: reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. Let's, without wasting further time, we will hand over to the first speaker of the day, Dr. V. Jayashree Priyadarshini. Over to you, ma'am, to give us an overview of environmental sustainability. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all here. It gives me immense pleasure to speak in this forum and addressing so many people here. And I should thank Dr. Judy Grace, ma'am, for inviting me from Gandhi, Shikshan, Bhavan, Srimati, Surajba College of Education and Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City. From our college also, it gives me immense pleasure to have a principal here, and many of our colleagues are joining us here with our students. So thank you so much. And it gives me pride to be here, and hope the session goes on and you are all benefited out of it. Thank you. Ma'am, shall we share it?
Yes.
Yes. Today I'm here to talk about on environmental sustainability. It's only an overview of what are all the things we are going to discuss, and the will be basically on issues related to environmental sustainability and how to understand the environmental sustainability. The third thing which we are going to see is nothing but, are we close to achieving sustainable environment? That is a question, and we hope to solve it at the end. Now coming to what is environmental sustainability. Here there are two things which you have to concentrate on. One is the solar, that is sun, which is always seen more in the equatorial and the tropical region. Based on the sun, you have the natural resources. These two are the capital for our Indian nation. So we have to protect it and take care of the natural resources and maximum of solar. So here we call it as solar capital and natural capital. The second term which is very closer and which is very recently framed. We call it as living sustainability. This means living with Earth's income without depleting or degrading the nature, and that is the natural capital which is being supplied by the nature. Never at any cost we have to deplete it or degrade it. The third thing which often gets confused will be the environment and ecology. Both the terms are similar, but there is a lot of difference between when you see from the biological point of view. Environment is everything that affects the living organism. Affects. I'm telling you, affects. I hope you are able to catch the point. In psychology and in any place wherever they use the word environment, home environment related to the child, school environment related to the job satisfaction of the teachers and so on. So environment is something which affects the living organism. Coming to ecology, ecology is a biological term which is talking about relationship between living organisms and their environment. I hope you're all able to see the slides, no ma'am? Everything is clear from my side?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, go on.
Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
So here, the best example we can tell is Corona itself. During this pandemic period, none of us are able to walk out of the house without mask or the sanitizer. So the environment here right now is where we have to take care of ourselves and be more protective about our safety. So again, there the word term called as environment comes. Talking about same Corona at another side, that is India stands the third place when talking about the Corona spread all over the nation, that is north and south. So at that point, the same living organism, same environment, but in a different status. You're talking from environment point of view. Of course, the living organism is Corona there, but that place it becomes ecology. I hope now you understand the term environment and ecology. Environment is nothing but affecting the living organism. Ecology is the relationship between the living organism and the environment. Then comes what is sustainability. Coming to this term, it is a responsible interaction with the environment to avoid degradation and depletion of natural resources and allow long-term environmental equality. That is, it should stay for a long period. That is, the sustainability is nothing but staying or allowing for a longer period. That is called as sustainability without degrading the natural resources. Talking about ecological point of view, sustainability is how biological systems remain diverse, productive, long-lived, and healthy wetlands and forests, which will be the best example for sustainable biological system. The major principles when you come here, there are three principles here. One, if you see the diagram itself, you can make out. One will be social, the other one is environmental, the third one will be economical. Each is interlinked, and this interlink will have to produce a sustainable living. So here the pillars, three pillars are economy. Economy is nothing but your profit you get from the economy. Then comes the society. Society is nothing but the people. So people play a major role in utilizing the environment, and profit is made by them. So remember the three P's for the principles. So principles depend on three P's. One is the profit, the second one will be people, and third one will be the planet. Environment is nothing but the, we talk about the whole as a whole as a planet. I hope you're able to visualize what is meant by this. Coming to the causes. Here, as Francis Vaidya ma'am said, I'm not using the term problem. I go with Judy ma'am. I use the term challenge. The major challenges which is causing these environmental problems are some 3 or 4 which I'm mentioning here. I hope you do agree with whatever is being discussed here. Demographic challenges, that is population growth. If there is population growth, automatically there is going to be poverty. So population growth is, of course, we cannot say it is a population explosion. We have reached a point where the growth is consistently going on and there is no reduction in the population at all. So naturally, there is more of poverty in India. In fact, my mother also studied as India is a developing country. I too studied in history or geography as India is a developing country. My daughter also studied as India is a developing country. I hope my grandchild studies and reads the term India is a developed country. If we are able to make the challenge change, then automatically there is going to be a lot of upliftment and sustainability will be retained. Coming to the resource challenge. Resource challenge are renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Both the conditions in both the places, there's lot of waste and lot of increased use of repetition of the resources, continuously using it and not bothered about replacing it. That happens in most of the cases in renewable. And non-renewable, we need not tell. There is a lot of wastage like electricity, coal, and talking about natural gases. In so many things, there is a lot of wastage taking place. Raw material, we are not taking care of. Whatever we get from the natural resources, those raw materials are not being taken care of. Energy, many places there is no knowledge about how to conserve and how to avoid much usage of energy and so on. The third one is food. Still we see lot of in messages in WhatsApp and in other areas where they often talk about food wastage. So all this wastage, if it is reduced, it will be a nice thing. Talking about environmental challenges. Here, biodiversity, the whole area where all fauna and flora are seen, that there should not be depletion and waste production. Anything you produce, it should only give you it should be of some use and major population should be benefited out of it. But if it is going to be depleting or if it is going to be degrading, please put an end to it and say no at the initial point itself. And it has to be taken care where we are lacking. And higher levels of environmental impacts are basically and mainly because of human activities. Because of this human activities only, we come across so many other problems also. Not only the sustainability of the environment, it is also the other issues related to diseases, related to social challenges and so on. So human activity has to play, it has to be challenged and it has to be changed. The human activities have to be changed from what is it right now going on to a better and a positive way or for positive way of life. What are the solution for all the sustainability that is for this depletion or for the degrading of the environment? Understanding your environment. If you start understanding our own, I'm not using the word your environment, I'm using our environment because all of us play a major role. Every citizen of India plays a major role in taking care of the environment. Practice sustainability. I hope I have already made a very clear mark of what is meant by sustainability. It is not depleting or degrading the natural resources. So practice in such a way that you are enhancing the natural resources and never at any cost um, that is disturbing the nature as such. Be aware of positive living. Spread that positive energy around you. And positive living here talks about positive thinking, positive action, and everything together. So if you are going to be positive, automatically there is going to be positivity from the other end also. If you are negative, automatically seeing you, the other person may also do it, and your child may continue to do it. So please, as elders and as a responsible citizen of India, please start doing the positive living and spread positivity in the society. Talking about sustainability of renewable resources. Resources renewed continuously by human. It can be done and it has to be done. How you can do it is in our hands. That is solar energy, as I first slide itself I spoke about on solar capital as such. Capital is nothing but money. So solar energy, wind energy, hydro power, tidal power, geothermal power, and biomass. All these are enormous way in which you get energy, and it can be used in a very positive way. We have all these energies provided in India, but using them and um, using them in such a way that it is not going to deplete or degrade, that is very important. But slowly, certain places, the solar energy and all has been uh, implemented, but it has to go on in a wider state, wider way, so that everyone will be benefited, and it is not expensive also. The low cost energy is the solar energy. So please just enhance on all these things to our students. Talk about all these energies. Talk about how you can play a role in as a teacher and as a responsible person in bringing in changes in the society. Talking about sustainable yield, highest rate at which a renewable resources can be used without reducing its supply. It keeps on giving you lot of, that is the renewable resources produce, it gives you lot of supply of resources. This resources has to be utilized in such a way that it is not depleting. But what happens, for example, over farming of the land, which leads to soil erosion and continuous felling of trees, where forest is cut down. Even while you're felling the trees in the forest, those days they used to do it in one particular area, then they move to the other area of the forest. But right now, there is no knowledge about all these things. They just simply keep cutting the trees and never bother to plant back the saplings. If you start retaining, if you go keeping on cutting, felling the trees, what happens? That land becomes a barren land. In spite of being a very fertile land, it will become a barren land, and later it will be of no use. If you cut down the forest, then how will you get rain? Nothing is possible at all. Talking about the environmental degradation. When we exceed the natural replacement rate, the resources, I mean, So the natural replacement has to be done, like groundwater depletion can be avoided. Uh, in our state, few years back, we had a law itself to have rainwater harvesting done in every flats, every building, even if it is official government or a private sector, if it is a flat or an individual house, anything for that matter, they will be given a completion certificate only after you have the rainwater harvesting done. That plant is being implemented in that area. But now the scenario is changing. They are not putting a proper way of rainwater harvesting plants and all, not taking care of the surface water after the rains. It flows into the drainage and totally waterlogged all around. Even right now in Bombay, Chennai, and all, we are having rains, but the water is locked everywhere. That can be channelized for or conserved for a later stage for irrigation. I'm sorry, for agriculture. So all this has to be planned. This planning needed only for, this planning can be done only if the person is educated and only if the person knows the way of doing it. Water pollution can be avoided. Then the most common tragedy is degradation of renewable free access resources. Anything free that is being maximum used and totally drained at one point. So all such things has to be reduced in our country. Coming to how sustainability of renewable energy can be achieved. Talking about sustainability and renewable of renewable energy, two major problems faced is global warming and the climate change. This has put a brutal consequence to be faced by people. If they don't go green or clean energy, it is not possible to lead a life in another 10 or 15 years. Sure, you have to go green and have a clean energy. This is something very, very ultimate and very, very uh, much needed for our country. And an alternative renewable resources can be used. That is in so many places, they use of course, we'll be seeing in the next slides and so on, sustainable water management, the ability to meet the water needs of the present. What does it mean? The ability to meet the water needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to do the same. I still remember as a child, I do remember if someone comes to our house, we give in a big tumbler or a lota full of water. And that person will throw a little amount of water down and then drink. What is left out, again, he'll throw it down. That type of wastage was going on few years back. But when I came up to being an youngster and a little later, right now we are buying water. We are buying water for money. I hope this doesn't prevail for our next generation, for future generation. It should be sufficient, self-sufficient. So that is called as sustainability. But are we to that point? Are we giving them that chance? It's a question. There are now multiple demands on water resources, which drive the need for sustainability, integrated, and a holistic water management. It has to be done as early as possible. There are now multiple demands for water resources. Why industries are is in need of water, factories, more for the agriculture. Our country is 80% of uh, agricultural lands and self-sufficient with food products. But are we providing them? In many places, there is draining off and water reservoirs are being empty and so on. failing of rains, and uneven balance of spread of rain in certain areas, where which leads to flood and nothing could be done. Right now we have in Assam and so on. So what really happens is all this gives us it puts a pressure on us. That is, water resource has to be taken care and concentrated on, which is not done by from our side. It has to be concentrated for a holistic water management. Think from the not only from your state point of view or my state or something like that. It should be from the countryside, some parts are all flooded, some parts are having lavish amount of water, some areas or some places are totally drought, and there is a lot of famine in those areas. That is why there is poverty in India. So all this has to be considered, and holistic water management has to be planned and implemented. Talking about sustainability of land, prevention of loss of the topmost layer of soil. This is not taken care at all, because we keep on, wherever there is building, concrete jungles being built in most of the areas of cities and in suburbs, automatically the topmost layer of soil is gone, which may lead to erosion or reduced fertility. If reduced fertility, then automatically the soil becomes acidified, lot of salinity, mineral content will be very much higher. Another one biggest problem is soil contamination from the industries and factories. What happens? We set up all these factories, industries, and all towards the suburbans and towards the outside the city region. So when they plan about all their products and what all comes to the market, we see the best part of it, but we are not thinking on the byproducts which is being produced by those plants. Those plants throw away their waste in the land or mix it off with the water. Either water is contaminated or the land loses its fertility. So soil contamination is another major problem faced by India. Talking about sustainable biomass. Biomass is nothing but the waste, that waste from the plants. Some plants are most sustainable with production and cost, also with the reduced waste. What happens is these plants, some plants are most sustainable with production and cost. That is, you plant and you have lot of vegetation in some areas, but reduced wastage from those plants. Leaves falling and branches breaking. All this is being manageable. Such type of plants has to be grown. And such best example for that is industrial hemp. Hemp is one product through which you get lot of products made from it, like and the other one is soya silk, which is nothing but soya milk and from the soya bean. And this plant grows very fast, very less of biomass is left out, and the spinning was also very easier. Those that fabric is good and very soft to be owned. Same way when we talk about industrial hemp, it is used for that is also a fabric which is being used, and very simple to be owned, and it can be used in many places for alternative way, and can be used in the factories and industries, and of course even for making mats and so on. Then you have the organic cotton. It is not the cotton is, I know, I hope you all understood. I mean, you all know that cotton is from the plant. But here, these cotton plants are grown organically so that not much of wastage is from the those plants, and that is being used for clothing. Now coming to non-renewable resources. This I'm not going to go in detail, but of course just discuss about it and leave it off. Talking about non-renewable resources, the three major ones are the oil, natural gas, and the coal. Apart from, and it is very less and fixed quantities in the earth. So automatically you are bound to be careful about the usage of these resources. There are, apart from this, you have metallic resources like iron, copper, and aluminium, non-metallic resources like salt, clay, and sand. Then energy resources is nothing but the three which we spoke now. That is coal, oil, and natural gas. All these are non-renewable because coal and all, of course, it is from the ground, but it takes so many years to form. Oil also the same way. Natural gas is a byproduct of the petroleum. When you go in for petroleum, this crude oil and natural gas are coming in different temperatures before you reach the crude petrol. Coming to sustainability of renewable resources, how you can bring in renewable resources, I mean sustainability in renewable resources. Optimize the current usage of fossil fuel. Fossil fuel is nothing but the petroleum. Reduce or eliminate pollution. Bring not please do not talk about reduce or something like that. Say you are going to eliminate pollution. It can be done only with all of us working together. Use a very minimum usage of cars and vehicles and carpooling, so that you can reduce many vehicles running on the road. And now you see due to this pandemic, the whole area is so clean and fresh, and not much of petrol, not much of usage of all these natural gases being taking place. Everything is under control. The third one is recycling. Use the products which can be recycled and do not go in for products which is going to be just thrown as a waste in the ground. That will take so many years to um, return back to the earth, return back to the surface as a positive one. So please go in for recycling projects. Do not use products which cannot be recycled. Then recover energy. Don't turn it into heat. See to that you are taking care of the energy, and which is not being turned into heat. What here I really mean is, when we are sitting in a room, uh, 3, 4 lights are on, 2, 3 fans are running, all that we can avoid. Those days, we sat with one tube light and one light in the room. In such a way, you have to reduce the use of energy. So you can recover the energy usage and reduce it to an extent. Then eliminate waste. Maximum recycle it and do not throw away the waste in the soil. It will only become a landfill and not be of any use to the nation. Of course, now we will be talking about reduce, how we have to reduce the usage of products and so on. Driving electric or hybrid vehicles so that you can reduce the maximum usage of petroleum products and so on, like diesel and petrol. Then installing solar panels on and properly insulating your business and home. So automatically, if you go in for solar panels, it will be less expensive You can cut down on your power, and you can save the electricity and so on. Then using energy efficient appliances and the best products. See a better product and buy and start using, and don't go in for the ordinary and cheaper products which may be consuming more of energy, and which may also fail the system in some point or the other. Then comes reuse, how you can reuse the products, like use reusable bags while shopping, and of course, say no to plastic has been the motto for years together, nearly 5 or 6 years, and constantly in 5 6 years we had been talking about it in our state also. I think last year or a year before, we just banned everywhere the plastics, and the cloth bags came up, and the paper bags came up. So go in for such type of bags while shopping, and avoid plastic and so on. And reuse the same type of bags. Cloth bags can be used. Of course, paper bags cannot be used for many times, but of course, you can use it in a different way. Then use gray water. Here, this gray is nothing but the noun form of the GREY. Okay. Here, it is nothing but it talks about the clean wastewater from the kitchen, from the household utensil washing, clothes washing and cleaning, mopping. That water can be reused. So something like that. Think of this type of clean wastewater for the plants, and for flushing in the toilets and so on. The other one here, he talks about in larger scale, like having a laundry and a bigger farms and all. There, the water is being used and recycled. Uh, it is made desalinated, and then being used for gardens, for the sometimes even for horticulture nearby, or for the irrigation, you can use it, and so on. Then comes recycle. Recycling is one of the most sustainable way to life. Recycling is the best way. Whether it is reusing bags, throwing your paper, plastic, or metal into a recycling bin, or using the recycled goods. Think about it and then use it. Of course, I'm coming to an end of my presentation. So environmental sustainability is to improving the quality of life without degrading the Earth's life support system. Please take care of this life support system and do not degrade it or deliberately harm the natural resources. We have to take care of it, and we have to have a quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You can stop the slide share so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, over to Dr. Francis Vaidya.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Francis Vaidya, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
So shall I give the formal vote of thanks now?
Yes.
On behalf of Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan, Srimati Surajba College of Education, and Inner Wheel Club of Bombay Film City, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. V. Jayashri Priyadarshini for such a wonderful overview of environmental sustainability. Ma'am, you have covered all the aspects of environment and how we are supposed to sustain it. Thank you so much for the overview, and we will look forward to going into every detail
Keeper.
aspect of it in the 5 days to come. I also like to welcome Dr. Sandhya Kedekar. I've just seen her that she's there online. She's also going to be a resource person. She's an expert um, in technology, and she's going to take us down how to with technology for environmental sustainability. So welcome, Dr. Sandhya Kedekar.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Francis. Thank you so much.
And she's my very good friend, and she's the principal of Gokhale Education College of Education, Sangamner, and a versatile principal. So we welcome you, ma'am. Sorry for I didn't know you were there. Thank you so much, and thank you, students, for participating in today's program. Tomorrow we will meet you sharp by 9 o'clock. So log in at 8:55. Thank you so much. Over.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure being with you all. And thank you so much.
Over to you, Dr. Judy Grace.
Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful session, ma'am. We will end the program with the national anthem. So may I request all to stand for the national anthem.
Yeah.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्रविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तव शुभ नामे छाये तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाये जन गण मन जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Students can disperse. Gandhi Shikshan Bhavan, Surajbagh College of Education has a celebration of Tilak Jayanti today. So the students who are there joined, please remain. Others can leave. Dr. Samundishwari, thank you so much. Dr. Jayashree, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Dr.
ma'am.
Sandhya, thank you so much for being part of it. And also we have Dr. Jitendra. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being part of it, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yes,
you, all of you.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.